Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sam, and in today's video, it is time to do my February TBR. As always, I will be picking 6 prompts from my jar of TBR prompts. And if you have any TBR prompt suggestions, let me know. I do want to do a full refresh of my prompts soon. We had a huge snowstorm yesterday, but now the sun is coming out, so what a great day to pick a TBR. Without further ado, let's pick our first prompt. They're all stuck together. A book that has you in the title. Well, I mean, we could just pick you. Ooh, I know. Okay, for this one, I was looking through a list and this one just came to me. But I think I'm going to put on Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, because I should double check that it's available in my library. There's a couple copies available, and there's also a lot of copies of this book. So I did want to read her original, first series before I got into these new books, but this fits the prompt, and at least at this time there is only one book out in the series, so I'll be caught up for now. Abby Jimenez has not had a great track record for me, but I do want to keep trying her books because I know that she has such a large following, and I feel like at some point one of them might be for me. Prompt number 2. A book that came out the year you were born. So for me, that's 1998. I have been avoiding this prompt. Okay, I was looking through a list and I really could not find anything that really jumped out at me. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to put on Buffy the Vampire Slayer Ghost Roads, which is the Gatekeeper Trilogy Book 2. I need to get back to try to read these. This was released in 1999. Close enough. I think a lot of the prompts that are left in the jar are ones that I have not wanted to do and just put back, so I definitely need to go through those, because although I do want to read some older books, being tied to the specific year is a bit difficult. But this is what I'm going to pick for this one. This has been on a few TBRs. Hopefully February will finally be the month that I finally read this. I did actually really enjoy the first book in this little trilogy, and I love the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show and the world, so I'm excited to jump back in and be with some of my favorite characters. Prompt number 3. A book with green on the cover. Okay, I had a few options, but I didn't want to necessarily put something on this list that I've talked about over and over, put on a couple different TBRs, and just have not gotten to it. So we're going to jump back a little ways, and also on my 13 books I want to read in 2026. I'm going to put Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. This is the second book in the Arc of the Scythe trilogy. I don't even remember when I read book 1, 2024 maybe? And I have been meaning to continue this series ever since. I really enjoyed book 1. I thought it was very fascinating and something very different to things I had read recently. It's also YA, so it's a very easy to understand sci-fi kind of situation. Although, is this more dystopian than sci-fi? I'm not quite sure. I think it might be more dystopian, but I have been reading a lot of sci-fi dystopian recently, and let's just continue that trend and continuing another series. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna jump back into this series. I'm very excited. Halfway there, prompt number 4. A thriller or mystery. Ooh, that's fun. I don't read a lot of thriller or mysteries. I'm gonna see if I can go through my want to read list and see if there's anything on here, but I think I know what I'm going to pick for this one already. Okay, I just looked through a couple pages, and I think I'm just going to read the second Housemaid book, and that is The Housemaid's Secret. I read book 1 in December. Wasn't my favorite, but it was very addictive, and I just want to keep getting through the rest of the books in the series, and it definitely is a very quick, bingeable kind of book. So I think this will be fun to sprinkle in and mix up the genres. Prompt number 5. A title that starts with N. Okay, I'm going to sort my Goodreads list alphabetically. Should I put The Nightingale on here for maybe a 4th time? You know what? I think I will. I'm going to put The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna on this list. I do really want to read it. I do really want to get to it. I just have not gotten around to it. And prompt number 6. The author's name starts with the same letter as yours. Okay, so should we try to make this fit for my first and last initials? Or should we just go based on my first initial? I guess we'll see if there's anything that is ST. Ooh, perfect. So, this was on a previous TBR. However, I never ended up getting to it, and I do still really want to read this series. So, I'm going to put on The Sinner, which is Lord's Book 2 by Chantal Tessier. Yeah, this is a dark romance that's like, what are those called? Secret club? I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. Like a secret club at a school. Very dark, very twisted, very spicy. So this is going to be the last book that I put on this TBR. Okay, I'm actually pretty excited for this TBR. There's a wide mix of genres and like subgenres. So this is my physical stack. Let's run through the books that I'm reading in February. For a book with you in the title, we have Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. For a book from 1998, we have almost Buffy the Vampire Slayer Ghost Roads, the Gatekeeper Trilogy, Book 2. This is by Christopher Golden and Nancy Holder. For a book with green on the cover, we have Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman. For a thriller, we have The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. For a book that starts with N, we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. And for a book where the author has the same initials as you, we have The Sinner by Chantal Tessier. A great mix. Some longer books. So we'll see how this TBR plays out, but I'm very excited. I'm very much in like a reading mood and have just been so excited about all the books that I'm reading. So I just can't wait for another month of reads. Let me know down below what you are planning on reading for February. I would love to chat with you. And if you want to find me on the other corners of the internet, all of my links are linked in the description box. I hope that you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.